Next, we have Ellen Shively, followed by Paul Emis, followed by Carol Archibald. Ellen Shively.
Hello, I'm Ellen Shively. Good morning, Commissioners. The Sierra Club Seal Society is pleased to show you an update of the success of the pupping season, and I do have videos, please. The update of the success of the pupping season beach closure here in La Jolla. Next slide, please. No, this is the slide. The pupping season has been wonderful this year. We've had about 40 pup births to date. Harassment incidents are down significantly from pre-closure times. Sporadic use of the ocean access by spear fishermen and body surface has been minimal, and they have abided by the CDP. And there have been few incursion incidents, mainly when rangers are not present. Next slide, please. Moms and pups are doing well. The scene at the rookery is peaceful, and visitors express delight when viewing these wild animals in their natural setting. It's just wonderful. Thank you. Next slide, please. We do have a couple of concerns regarding CDP implementation. The rangers' responsibilities seem to be unclear, and they say they change from day to day. There are inconsistencies in the way they monitor the area, how they interact with the public, and how they provide counts of sea lions and people as required by the CDP. There is no community input into a long-term management plan. Thank you for making this closure a success. Visitors are happy viewing from the sidewalk. An average weekend afternoon has 180 people viewing at any given time. We look forward to sharing our counts and ideas for effective management with the city.
Thank you. Next is Paul Emis, then Carol Archibald, and then Carol Toy. Paul Emis.
This is Paul Emis with a short video about an issue over a gate by the La Jolla Cove. Please play now. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we have Carol Archibald.
Good morning, Commissioners. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm presenting on behalf of the San Diego Audubon Society based on the work of Leslie Honda, ornithologist, and Megan Flaherty, conservation coordinator. Slide 1, please. Wildlife harassment and habitat destruction occurs along the La Jolla Bluffs and Coastal Trail just north of La Jolla Cove. Direct impacts affect nesting grounds, cormorant, western gull, brown pelican, and sea lions. La Jolla Bluffs are the only place cormorants nest in San Diego since before 1933, and the only nesting cormorant colony in Southern California. Next slide, please. People enter through an unauthorized gate cut into the existing fence in 2013. Public records found no communication between the city and Coastal Commission regarding this gate. The gate is continuously vandalized and locked in the open position. If someone leans on it, they could fall down the slippery cliff, resulting in personal injury and possible destruction of cormorant nests. An aerial photo by Paul Emus shows paths from people trampling previously vegetated areas in the red arrows, and nesting cormorants in the blue areas, and sea lions in yellow. Slide 3. Many visitors enter the area, disturbing birds and sea lions, causing erosion and public safety hazards, and potentially tracking bacteria and disease. Unexplained brown pelican mortalities have been found along this bluff. As you can see in the photo, nesting cormorants are protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, sea lions by the Marine Mammal Protection Act. San Diego Audubon Society, Sierra Club San Diego chapter, and Sierra Club Seal Society respectfully request the commission to directly instruct the city of San Diego to permanently lock or restore the gate to its original state. We also request the commission to disapprove establishment of a public access trail and permitted gate in the future. This is not an access point as defined by the La Jolla Coastal Plan, and it endangers the public, vulnerable wildlife, and a sensitive coastal habitat. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Carol Toy, followed by Robin Davidoff, followed by Ann Cantrell. Carol Toy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, my name is Carol Toy. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. I'm presenting on the behalf of the Sierra Club Steel Society. Could I have those are the right slides. Next slide, please. The gate I will be talking about gives access to the area shown in green as a nesting area. It has a fence that goes along Coast Boulevard, which keeps people from falling into the steep bluffs. The area adjacent to La Jolla Cove, shown in yellow, is a popular swimming beach, and further south, Point La Jolla, shown in red, which is the sea lion breeding area that was closed by the CDP from May to October. Next slide, please. The gate is cut into the fence, and it enables people to enter the area and descend a steep slope, as we just saw, towards the bluffs, eroding the vegetation and disturbing protected wildlife. You can see how this creates an undesignated and eroded path, which is not in the La Jolla Coastal Plan. Next to the gate, you can even see a clear sign warning of the danger of the unstable cliffs, as well as a caution sign, which makes you wonder why people are actually allowed down there. Next slide, please. Here you can see how dangerous it is for the crowds as they descend the steep slope, and how their presence flushes the wildlife as they stand in the area. Next slide, please. So why was this gate installed? The fencing along the area was installed in 1971 from Goldfish Point to Children's Pool. In 2013, there was a lawsuit against the city for noxious odors. This was unsuccessful. In 2014, the gate was installed to appease nearby business owners. The city's purpose was to allow people onto the cliffs to scare the birds and wildlife and reduce the odor. However, no approval or permit by the Coastal Commission was requested or given for this gate. In 2015, the lawsuit was dismissed, and 2017, an appeal was also dismissed. Despite this, however, the gate remains in place. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, Robin Davidoff, followed by Ann Cantrell, followed by Alyssa Bishop. Robin Davidoff.
Hello, I'm Robin Davidoff. First slide, please. Thank you. I'm Robin Davidoff with the Sierra Club Seal Society. So what are the effects of this public access through this unpermitted gate? Well, it causes flushing of birds protected by the Migratory Bird Act treaty, such as nesting brant cormorants, resting California pelicans, and resting sea lions, and leaves the cliffs empty of wildlife. It causes cliff erosion from people trampling native plants and harming sensitive habitat. And as you saw in the photos, the public is creating a dangerous and steep, undesignated path, resulting in harm to nesting birds and the risk of personal injury. It violates the La Jolla Coastal Plan because this area is not a designated access point, and does not offer recreational opportunities. And when the gate is left open, sea lions have been known to enter the sidewalk, causing a public safety hazard. Next slide, please. As you can see here, there is ongoing vandalism of city property where the gate latch is kept in the open position. The goal of this type of vandalism is to encourage the public to approach protected wildlife and scare it away, violating the Coastal Act. Vandalism occurred 8 times in May, 6 times in June, and already 4 times in July so far, and it wastes city resources to continuously remove illegal locks and zip ties. Next slide, please. The San Diego Audubon Society, the Sierra Club, and the Seal Society asked the California Commissioners to order the city of San Diego to lock the gate immediately, as it is unpermitted and poses danger to the public. We strongly oppose any after-the-fact approval of the gate through a CDP or a modification to the La Jolla Coastal Plan, as again, it is not an access point and does not offer recreational opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Ann Cantrell, followed by Alyssa Bishop, followed by Marcia Hanscom.